Gryphons, welcome back to ODTV and welcome back to school. I hope everyone is settling back in and enjoyed their spring break. As you may remember from 2 weeks ago before break, we had a game of 2 truths and a lie. These are the results. The correct answer is in blue. Nice job, those of you who got it right. Harriet was rumored to have this price on her head, but it was just that, a rumor. Listen in at the end of this week's episode to get this challenge. We would love to see some more responses. To kick it off, we have the fun facts of April.
April Fun Facts by Keely and Grace.
April was the second month of the year on the Roman calendar, which is not the calendar we currently use, which is the Gregorian calendar.
April 1st or April Fool's Day origins come from the calendar switch, when people would make fun of people who still celebrated the old New Year.
April is named after the Latin apere, to open, for blooming flowers.
Originally, April only had 29 days, but Julius Caesar added the 30th day.
In any year, April always starts on the same day of the week as July.
Some famous April birthdays are Leonardo da Vinci, April 15th, Charlie Chaplin, April 16th, Queen Elizabeth II, April 21st, and William Shakespeare, April 22nd.
Thank you for listening.
26th.
Hi, I'm here with Bailey. Bailey, what are you doing for spring break?
So during spring break, I'm heading up to Cheney for my older brother's robotics competition, and we're going to be up there for like about a week.
I'm here with Erin, and I'm asking her what she's doing for spring break. So what are you doing?
I'm going to be setting up some more stuff for my soon-to-be farmer's market that I'm doing in a little while. I'll be making more of the project and probably doing more local events with my family. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Also hanging out.
Hi, I'm here with
Onyx.
and I'm here to ask her about what she's doing for spring break. So what are you doing?
I am going on a camping trip with one of my friends from Monday to Thursday.
Sounds great. I'm here with Marlo, and we're interviewing her on what she's doing over spring break. So what are you doing?
I'm going to Greece.
I'm going to London, Kiona's hometown.
Have you ever thought about what you should do during spring? Well, you're in luck, because I am here to give you some ideas. You could probably go ride a bike, go on a hike, plant some flowers, go to a park, go on a trip, go thrifting, which is basically like shopping for used. You could watch the rain while reading a book. You could go to a farmer's market. You could go spring cleaning, especially go spring cleaning. And then especially go outside, do something in nature, and enjoy your spring, Gryphons. Bye!
Great work putting together some things to keep us all busy this spring. Now, a spotlight on a teacher whose class is sure to keep your mind busy.
Hi, I'm Lucas.
And I'm Mr. Shaff.
This is our design teacher for 7th grade. What type of engineer did you study?
When I was in school, I studied to be a chemist, and then I ended up getting a job as a process engineer and electrical engineer kind of mix, working on a reactor at Enlight Photonics. So,
What type of things did you design while you were an engineer?
I grew crystals that would become lasers, cutting lasers. So I would design specific chemical compositions, and they would end up emitting a certain color of light, and then based on that color of light, it could cut through different materials.
That sounds really interesting, Mr. Shaw. What skills did you need to become an engineer?
You need a lot of critical thinking skills, a lot of problem solving skills. As far as school stuff goes, really focusing on algebra and the hard sciences like physics and chemistry are really important for the type of engineer that I was.
Did you need to use a lot of math while you're an engineer?
So much math, every day.
If you were to give advice to a student or just someone who would want to be an engineer like you were, what would you tell them?
I would suggest that students take something they're interested in and just tinker with it. I think the best electrical engineers or engineers that I've known in my time were people who would just try things and try to make something interesting. So I knew a guy who would refab pinball machines when he was in high school. He became an electrical engineer and was an awesome engineer when I worked with him.
Why did you decide to become a teacher after you stopped being an engineer?
That question kind of goes back to my goals when I first started working in engineering, is I always wanted to teach. When I was in college, I did chemistry education research as an undergraduate student, and I've always wanted to be a science teacher from that moment, because I think the way that people learn is really interesting, and then facilitating students to be able to do things that are interesting to them, to find those paths that they might want to travel in, is something that I'm really passionate about. As well as helping you all become more resilient people who will try difficult things and experiment with solutions that you don't quite know the answers for.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw.
Thank you.
Hey Gryphons, let's get right into today's tournament. Last time we had Gnarly by Cat's Eye and Bite Till I'm Good Enough by the Living Tombstones, and with 56.5%, Gnarly is moving on. As for Viva La Vida by Coldplay and Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, Viva La Vida will be moving on with 52.2% of your votes.
Now that that's done, let's dive right into Fate of Ophelia by Taylor Swift competing against the Bluey theme song.
Here are clips from each song. Next is Pink Pony Club by Chapel Roan against See You Again by Tyler, the Creator. Here are clips from each song. Remember to submit your votes on the ODTV social classroom and tune in next time for more beats.
The song tournament is nearing an end, so please appreciate that. Again, please make sure to place your votes on the ODTV social classroom. Now, we want to end this episode with some games for you to play. We have a few widely appreciated favorites within our school.
Have you ever been bored on a rainy day, sitting in your room alone, mindlessly playing video games? Well, we have a game that can swoop in to save the day. This game is called Cascadia. Cascadia is a Pacific Northwest themed game that you can play with 1 to 4 people. You lay out habitat tiles and form mountains, plains, wetlands, rivers, and forest habitats with animals. If you want to get the game, you can find it at Amazon and Guardian Games in Portland.
The history of Grow Garden does not go back very far. In fact, it only spans a year. March 26th marks the anniversary of Grow Garden. Was the day that Grow Garden started. Grow Garden reached a peak of 22.3 million concurrent users on August 23rd, 2025, setting a record for a single video game. This Roblox farming simulator surpassed its own previous records throughout 2025, including 11.7 million in May and over 21 million in June. Shortly after the admin war on August 26, 2025, the game started to slowly lose its player count, going down from 2.5 million daily CCU current users, and it currently retains around 25,000 daily CCU due to development transitions. Hey, thank you for coming on to the show with us, Ghana. I'm going to interview you about one of your favorite games, Grow Garden. Alright, so what was your favorite part about Grow Garden?
Definitely my favorite part about Grow Garden was the good updates that begin the game, like the prehistoric update, the night update, and my favorite, the Busy Bee update.
Alright. What was your favorite moment that happened in Grow Garden?
Definitely, when the summer event came, I hatched my first rare pet, which I got really excited about and traded it for even more rare pets. So, yeah.
Do you think Grow Garden deserves its downfall?
Yes and no. Yes, because the development team was starting to become a little lazy, and the main creator, not creator of the game, owner of the game, quit, Jando. I think that's why they deserve the downfall, but no, they had a peak of 22.3 million players, so I don't think they deserve that big of a downfall for being such a big game.
Great, so many options this week. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we have those 2 truths and a lie for you. Here they are. Roughly 25% of the carbon dioxide we create is absorbed by the plants that grow in the spring. In 1886, Germany started the Groundhog Day tradition, but badgers were originally used to predict the winter weather remaining, not groundhogs. Spring is generally warmer than fall by about 10 degrees Fahrenheit on average. Well, there you have it. As always, use your honesty and don't use any search engine or AI, just your own mind. Well, that's all we have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time here on ODTV. Enjoy your week back at school. Fly high, Gryphons!